just gonna feel like a drop, right? If your shoulders are like this clenched, it's gonna just feel a drop in your body. It's gonna just feel so much more relaxing. Hi beautiful souls, I'm Shivani and I'm the founder of Dream Life Lounge. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how do I deal with jealousy. Oh my god, jealousy has been such a big shadow of mine, and I just want to say that for some people it is actually a big deal and for some people it's not. So depending on whatever your childhood history has been, depending on your basically background, right? So yes, for me, jealousy has been something really, really big and huge, and I only got aware about it actually very recently. Actually, for the longest time, I think I have stayed in denial. I think I have really tried to push it because the darkest of your shadows, you just do not want to face them. You do not want to come face to face in terms with them. And for the longest time, I really, really thought that the worst thing a person could do, or I could be, is to be jealous of somebody. And I want us and you and myself to understand that we are both good and bad. We have the light and we have the shadow, right? The world is built and based on duality. One cannot exist without the other. And I know we have been kind of like taught in the society to just learn and adapt to be good children, right? For me, for sure, that's been a big conditioning. I was that good, perfect first child of the house, right? The golden child. I was that, and I always had a lot of pressure and created a lot of pressure on myself to just feel like I need to be a good person. Like that was a big thing. And I'm not denying that you shouldn't be a good person. All I'm trying to say is that we tend to really put all of these undesirable traits, which we feel like will make us bad, quote unquote, in the society, and you put them into this box, which we never want to face, see, open up, called shadows, and we just push it inside the bed, under the bed, and will not see you. But just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean that it's vanished. You've just suppressed it. So with jealousy in particular, I remember when I was in school and I was one day really crying, and I remember particularly telling my friends, I feel everybody thinks that I'm jealous and I don't know if I am, but I just feel so bad because maybe I am. I mean, I don't even know if I said that or not, but all I know and all I remember the feeling was being in high school, feeling like such a shitty bad person for feeling jealousy with a girl. Yeah? So this is what I do first of all, and this is what I'm really, really trying to do and really applying and really seeing a lot of success with it, is to accept the moment where I feel that jealousy, where I feel that burn. Like, they don't kid you when they say, it's burning. I really, really feel it in my body as a burning sensation. I feel it in my heart. Like, there's a lot of heat and there's a lot of like burning sensation. There's no better word than that. Whenever I feel that jealousy with another person, most of the times it's been a woman. Of course, there's a lot of history in the society about why women are pitted against women, and we do tend to catch on to jealousy, even though as much as we say this is a shadow aspect, which I hope we all just come to accept more and more, and the more we accept, the more it's going to melt away, because as I just described that story from my school, more than the fact that I was jealous, what was really, really hurting me was the shame that I had with feeling jealous. So the first thing that I'm really practicing is to remove that shame from jealousy, remove that embarrassment, that guilt from jealousy, or something like, I had these ideas in my mind that, oh, now I'll be punished by the universe, or I'm a bad person, or I'll have bad karma, all that stuff. A lot of those Our religious teachings can also come into play. And we can just feel so much of shadow around this. So my first step is actually to accept it. I'm jealous. So what? Release the shame around it. And the moment you actually release that shame, the moment you actually accept, yes, I'm jealous, and it does not make me a bad person, quote unquote. Yes, it's not something I'm going to shout from the rooftops, but it does not really mean anything about how deserving or worthy I am, or how I'll be punished, or whatsoever, categories there are we might have from our childhood upbringing, from our societal conditioning. So once you really accept it, a lot of charge is just going to dissipate, a lot of that emotional intensity will going to dissipate, because you realize that most of that energy and that build up, that intensity, was not actually coming from jealousy itself. It was coming from the fact that you felt ashamed about being jealous. You felt that it meant something about you, but it does not. So I know it's going to take some practice, okay, guys? Do not just go out there and just feel like, I just got to do this way. It'll take some time, it'll take some practice, it'll take a lot of patience and compassion for yourself, okay? So hang out with me and let's just move forward, right? Once you've really accepted and be like, or you can just say in that moment, like, I accept I'm jealous, and it does not mean anything about me. Like, it's just gonna feel like a drop, right? If your shoulders are like this, clenched, it's gonna just feel a drop in your body. It's gonna just feel so much more relaxing. Once you're relaxed, once you're kind of like, it's okay, I'm jealous, so what? Then you can really, really ask yourself, am I really even jealous? And this is very important to ask, because a lot of time we feel and we think that we want something that the other person have, or how unfair things are if that person has this thing, and I'll be diving deep into it in the next steps. But most of the times, when you actually think of it, do you even want what they have? Or is it totally something else? And this is a really interesting aspect, when you actually come into this neutrality and you see, maybe I don't even want what they have. Or maybe that's not even authentically what's calling to me. Maybe that's not even my authentic taste. So much of bullshit is just reduced right here, right? However, if the answer to you is like, yes, I want what they have, and I just feel so unfair, and I just feel so freaking jealous of this person getting what I wanted, okay, or getting what you don't have, either way, then you move on to the next step. And if yes, this is a really, really interesting place, here is where things get really juicy, because you get a space to examine your triggers. Grab a journal and really ask yourself, why is this person triggering me? And I've always done that. I really ask myself, why is she triggering me? And I'm using she because, as I said, most of the times I have experienced jealousy not from guys so much, but from girls and women more. So I really ask myself, why is she triggering me so much? Maybe a part of you might be like, I don't think she's worked hard enough. Or maybe a part of you might feel like she's more privileged. So I want you to turn around things and really ask yourself instead, do you think that you are not working hard enough? Are you judging yourself? Do you believe that one needs to really slog themselves off, and only then can they receive something? Can they be worthy or deserving of something? Because a part of you feels triggered that you've been working so hard, and maybe in your assumption, in your idea, they're not doing it, and so how can they deserve it when I have been putting in so much work and I haven't got it? So really examining that trigger. Or maybe somebody you feel, let's take the example of being privileged. You feel maybe, she's more privileged, she has more advantage over me because of whatsoever reason. Then really, really asking yourself, do I feel I'm more privileged? Do I feel I'm not worthy of what I want because I'm really holding this against me, that there are other people who are a lot more underprivileged and I'm sitting on a privilege, and so I do not deserve this? There can be very different angles depending on your situation, but really go deep and examine and see for yourself what are the triggers that this is bringing you, because every time we trigger, it's really, really an opportunity. Really check out my video. So So if you want to dive deeper into understanding what are triggers and how to deal with triggers, really watch that video. It will really, really help you to break it down. And lastly, really, this is where we just turn things around and use it to our advantage. You're really using that trigger to, one, heal yourself, to open up places where you've been blocking yourself from calling in what you wanted from your manifestations, whatever, however you want to label it. Is using this person now. After doing that, use this person as an expander. Use this person as a proof to show your mind that if she can have it, so can I. If she comes from this background, and probably you are coming from the same background, and you feel like, how did she get this? If she can have it, so can I have. So can I have it? Or perhaps you, I don't know, but I mean, whatever different situations might pertain to in your case, really using this person as a proof for your subconscious mind to understand and see that what you've been seeing as a disadvantage, perhaps you feel really conscious and anxious, or you feel like it's a disadvantage to come from this background. Like, I know a lot of people feel like on the internet you see one kind of people, and then you find somebody who kind of like comes from the same background, but when you kind of like, you know, they get something that you wanted, then suddenly they are like you just get super triggered by them. So I want you to instead use them as an expander. Expander are people who can really expand your consciousness, who can show your mind over and over again that this is possible. This is possible. Expander does not mean you have to be in love with them, you have to be in love with everything that they do. You can take a fragment of it and you can really expand it. So really using this fragment in this particular case, whatever the story is for you and this person, and really seeing like, if she can have this, wow, this is the proof that I can have it too. And really feeling into that blessing that the universe is showing you, and showing you a possibility. Like, you know, girl, I'm not here to trigger you, I'm here to show you that, hey, look, this is possible. So really seeing this as a blessing, as an opportunity to expand yourself, to expand your mind, and to see infinite possibilities, right? So I really hope this video helps you. I hope these steps help you to combat, I don't want to say combat, deal with jealousy in a more conscious way, in a more aligned way, instead of just sulking about it, instead of gossiping about it, instead of seeing it as something that the universe is not supporting you, the universe does not want you to have what you want. None of that is true. None of that even means that you're a bad person or you haven't done enough. We just go on to this, you know, backlashing and just blaming our own self instead. So none of that really serves us. What can serve us are these just steps which are really presented to you. So let me know if they feel helpful, if they feel good, if they help you. Let me in the comments. And if you want to really deepen your self-work, if you want to really start your journey of the work, then I invite you to Dream Life Lounge membership. Check it out. The link is in the bio. Every single month you get a new workshop, an audio meditation, an opportunity to sit with me, a community access, and you get a workbook, a beautiful workbook with so many journal prompts and resources and exercises to really help you dive into that particular theme for the month. However, you also get access to all the previous months and my extra bonus courses. So if this kind of excites you, all of this just for $12 per month, then the link is in the bio. We have no you can really cancel at any time. We have no commitments at the moment. When I'm making this video, I don't know how the future looks like, but check it out. The link is in the bio. And if you want to shop shadow work, you know, it's also available a la carte on the shop. It's also available inside DLN membership. As I said, you'll get access to all the courses. So check that out too, because if this is one of your shadows, then this work will really help you tremendously. I'm sending you so much love. I really hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I'll see you soon.